So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part.
Just about within shooting range. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
De Bruyne. Šeško. Now it's Pedri. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
That's an imaginative pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Osimhen, and it's Rice. Pedri. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Aimed beyond the defence. Šeško. Konate gets across and deals with it. Van Dijk. Vietnam yet to have an attempt on goal. Now Di Marco. And back to the keeper. Looking for the run. Saka. This looks promising. And the ball's gone astray. Arsenal trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. De Bruyne knocks it into space. Rice, chance here to counter. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Rice, probing pass.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Šeško, and it's Pedri, and it's Casemiro, and here's Haaland. No, he wasn't going to let him past, and that was very necessary. He crossed in early, last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That's a decent clearance. Vietnam have their second corner now. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Osimhen, Bruno Fernandes, Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there.
This is the time you need that pace.
De Bruyne, Pedri, chance! It's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Vietnam are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's just beyond his reach. Saka. Vietnam leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Oh, good spread.
There will be 1 minute.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Vitz. DiMarco. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
If you do have a chance today, please
Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Vietnam really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Vietnam have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Vietnam really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
It's a searching pass. De Bruyne. And he cuts out the supply. Eric Garcia. Rice. And it's Rice. De Bruyne. Pedri. He's found a way through. Shot could be on. Decent chance! He's scored! there we have it, the two-goal cushion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Vietnam are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Šeško under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Saka. Eric Garcia. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pedri. And it's played into the middle. Arsenal needed that, they really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And he welcomes it in. Tries the cut back. That's going to go a long way. DiMarco. And it's Pedri. Eric Garcia for Rice. And here's Bruno Fernandes.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, that's a key interception. Konate, well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution on the field. Number 30.
So, time for changes
Šeško.
on both sides, actually.
Coming on the field is number 21, Son Heung-min. Substitution.
And it's Hakimi. He has a look up. Tries to play it through. Now this could be a chance. He's had a shot! Now who's going to be first to this? He whips in across. Has another go! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Well, it's good. Takes the shot! Oh, that's a waste.
Vietnam certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
DiMarco. No, it's come to nothing. Pedri. Wirtz in acres of space out wide. Haaland! Great strike, a test for the keeper.
Vietnam really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Just 5 minutes left. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. That's very neat. Szoboszlai. Gravenberg. And he's in on goal. Great vision. And it's Van Dijk. Can he get on the end of this? Great chance! They've done it! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Arsenal give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Threads one in, Son Heung-min. Eric Garcia simply refused to be outdone there. Corner number 3 coming up. And that's it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. What were your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
everybody,
clear
and
evening.
welcome to today's
The conditions
match.
contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Matches Nunes, receives it in a... It's a mighty... And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Arsenal! An extraordinary start. Breakthrough in next to no time.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Vietnam finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Salah. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Showing good feet. Bruno Fernandes charging forward, the ball at his feet. Yamal. Haaland tries making a foray down the right. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Tries to play it through. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That's good play. Thinks one through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Pedri. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Into the channel. That is a great pick out. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Konate picks it up from the goal kick. Rice thinks, takes a shot! Yamal. Haaland. And Yamal. And that is a little undercooked. Vinicius Junior, given the lift of his goal. Bruno Fernandes. Some really good ball movement. Looking to play him in. Konate. Great defending, strong and determined. Out to the right. Pedri. Haaland.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Eze. Yamal. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedri. Great vision. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Here comes another cross. McAllister attempts a clearance. Eze, played out wide. Pedri with the... He rises! No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
That's going in strongly. Vietnam truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Mohamed Salah. And there's his chance to lead the counter. To Osimhen. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yamal. Foot in. Oh, they could break here. He shifted it to the flank. Pass somewhat off target. Saliba. The pass has gone astray. Taken back almost at once. And here's Vinicius Junior.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, easy pickings there. And it's McAllister. Vinicius Junior. He's having a shot! And it's in! And look what it means to them. And that'll be the final action of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Vietnam really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
McAllister. Vinicius Junior. Bruno Fernandes! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Pedri, and it's Eze. That's Eze. And that's a great chance! Knocks it into space. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Hakimi. And it's Eze. And here's Haaland. Now it's Yamal. He's gone for goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Lamine Yamal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Vinicius Junior gets into a good position. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Natchez Nunes. Strong running down that left flank. He's in a great position here. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And the keeper beats it away. Rice. McAllister. Mohamed Salah. And the finish! Yamal. Now it's Haaland. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Arsenal have it back and can go again. Oh, well measured. Osimhen!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking for options for movement. Van Dijk. Mohamed Salah. And it's Nunez. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Shot could be on. He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Haaland. Pedri.
Arsenal couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Mohamed Salah looks to get on the end of this.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Time and again they are repelled. Bruno Fernandes looking to penetrate opposition lines. Yamal, and the pass is intercepted. Can he get it through? Eze and Yamal.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Oh, he's been caught napping. He has found the way through. That is lovely. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, super ball. Brilliantly cut out. Shot a goal! It's in! Late drama! Late goal! This will be one frantic ending! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Substitution on the field. Number 30.
So, time for
Šeško.
changes on
Number
both
4.
sides, actually.
Eze.
Vietnam
Number
give themselves a
22.
chance of a fairy
Yamal.
tale finish.
Coming on the field.
Well, who's under pressure
Number
now?
10.
It's going to require some
Mbappe.
inspired defending to stop
Number
this lot.
11. De Bruyne. Number 20.
Van de Ven.
Reds. Substitution.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
There will be
Picked
1
out
minute
brilliantly.
added time.
Saka tries a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Now that is commitment to the cause.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that is it. And the referee brings it to a close. Vietnam can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Can he get on the end of this? Played back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice. This is the time you need that pace.
And it's been played through. Osimhen gets through on his own. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Chooses to go back. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior is flagged offside. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, this guy, Alexis McAllister, is someone whose stock rose dramatically due to his exploits with the national side, but he's someone I see as a born footballer. I mean, he can play the 6th position, he can play in the number 8 position, but I feel he's probably best suited to the number 10 role because I think he has that creative edge, he has that craft, and that's where he should be used to greatest effect.
Yes, getting the best out of him will come. It's Salah! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Mohamed Salah has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Chooses to go cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Opts for safety. Searching pass, he's played there. Cross goes in there. Casemiro. And it's Wirtz. And the shot! A really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
Konate is there to clear. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Konate gets across to intercept that. Still goalless. He's a sharp little ball here. Wirtz. De Bruyne. Played out towards the right wing. Delivered in. Can he finish? And he's done it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Casemiro, ambitious ball here. That's good vision. And it's hoisted clear. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Bruno Fernandes. Arsenal trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it.
Osimhen! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Osimhen actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Vinicius Junior gets into some space. Rice tries a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And now they can clear their lines. Van de Ven. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Vietnam can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Aims beyond the defence, spread neatly, and he's being shifted off it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Rice. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Haaland. Wirtz, who does have an assist to his name. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Rice. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Osimhen. He could be in here. Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
No way through, so back it comes. That's the keeper's ball. And it's half-time here. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How would you review the first half?
Vietnam really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Vietnam are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And the game has already resumed here.
Vietnam really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
And he's worked it through. He's picked his way through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Rice. Cleared away. Vietnam do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Now there's a fine ball. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Haaland is onto this. Threads one in. He's onside! And a chance! He's scored! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 11.
So, time for
Mohamed
changes
Salah.
on both sides,
Number
actually.
45.
So that's
Ottoman.
2 now without reply.
Number 23.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter.
Junior.
They've got them where they want them.
Number 13. McAllister.
Good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Number 18, Mbappe. Number 4,
Bout of
Koundé.
passing here, really
Substitution
easy on the
taking
eye.
place.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Passing is crisp and sharp. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Arsenal finding their passes. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Vietnam couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Šeško. Vietnam do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Konate makes the interception. Donnarumma. He shapes to shoot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Mbappe looking to get on the end of this. Oh, that's nice. Matheus Nunes defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's picked it up out wide. Incoming delivery. That's not going far.
Arsenal truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 8.
We have got changes here
Bruno
from both
Fernandes.
sides, in fact.
Coming on
Played
the
out
field
wide.
is
And
number
it's
10,
Rice.
Pedri.
Skillfully cut out.
Substitution in
He is
progress.
so at ease on the ball. Rice. And it's made its way to him. Vietnam have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's going up front in a hurry. Mbappe. Rice. Caresses it through. Good read, needed to be. And he's heaved it away. And Güler. Now this could be a chance. Mbappe! In he goes again. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Mbappe. Oh, super find. Great ball, and he is having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw.
Watch the screen for an information
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.